shoot, I said as you claim it. Instant Xbox, spin the block, his legs slide. Fast talker, no riddling, moonwalker, selling moon rock just to make dividends. You in traffic with family? That much making a portrait. Gun kick back, not grannies from porches. David on the scene, you know that it's scorching. What's a man with king? No response to the saying, advancing the line, advancing the payment. You front the game and shoot, what said as you claim it.
You already know the time, told my boys to hold the line. We gon' shoot it out in seconds, leave you posted like a vine. Bow your head down to the king, leave your roses at the shrine. We stay ready for the war, just need the king to drop the sign. Say what you running from, what you running from? I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? Say what you running from, what you running from? I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? This what you wanted. This what you wanted, huh?
Peace and blessings, and welcome back to Xbox Frontline News with your boy, the King. This is an extremely short show. Now, a lot of you guys are saying that you like the music, but then there's a couple of you that don't like the music in the background. A couple of y'all say, yo, King, we like your voice. We don't need no damn music. Stop putting the music. And other people like, yo, we like the music. It's melodic. It's dope. Whatever. What I'm going to do is try to figure it out for you guys to what I'll probably put a poll up for you members and to see if y'all guys like music or no music. But I'm going on and on a tangent. Hey, hi, I'm King. I'm your new best friend. If you like Xbox and positive Xbox news, well, you found your new home and your new best friend. I live here and I'm opening my doors to you. Come on in. Hey, I invite you to hit that sub button. And also, while you at it, share it out to a friend. Because what's a party without other people? And hype up the video. Hype it up. I like the video hyped. Anyway, I'm watching analytics. The hype and stuff is really funny. It's really funny. And I appreciate each and every last one of you that do it. And members, you guys keep the lights on. So thank you guys for showing up. And I hope, and just let me know in the comments, who got the free food. I gave out a year's worth of free meat, pause, and a box of Fresh Direct food. So let me know. Fresh Direct Factor Meals. Let me know what's going on and let me know what happens. I want to know if you guys are enjoying that stuff. But again, today, things that I didn't expect to happen happened. And a lot of times, the industry is pushing forward into an area I didn't see coming. I couldn't foretell this. I did not know that these two juggernauts in the industry will get together. And listen, I'm not going to talk about it. I'm going to let them talk about it. And it's something that kind of blew my mind, to be honest with you, because, again, in a world where you have Xbox publishing games on PlayStation and PlayStation publishing games on Xbox and Xbox on PC, while PlayStation's on Nintendo, everybody is doing everything. Everybody is third party, but Nintendo. Nintendo's just the only one. But they put their games on apps on mobile, so they're not all the way there, but they dipping their little baby toes in there. You know how Nintendo do. It'll be 20 years before they jump in the pool. We'll be swimming already. But let's get into these topics. It's going to be a good one. It's not going to be a lot of topics today, but it's going to be a good one. With the growing concerns that Steam is becoming a monopoly, with headlines like this, it's kind of crazy. Steam has already generated $16.2 billion this year, and Gabe Newell celebrates with a new super yacht. Now, remember when I was joking before and I was telling you that Jim Ryan needed to get a yacht to catch up to Phil Dominus Maximus Aurelius Spencer's yacht? And you guys thought like I was playing around? No, this is what these billionaires do, these millionaires do. They go out and they buy yachts. And it's no mystery that Valve's Steam platform continues to grow at a steady rate. Over the past few years, we reported several new concurrent peak player users and breaking records. With the last was recorded last month with around 41.6 million users online at the same time using Steam. That is unheard of. All right? And they're just a storefront. But you got to understand, Steam has cultivated an ecosystem that is incredible. Unsurprisingly, this also translates into higher sales on the store. According to Rhymes and Elliott from Ally Analytics, Steam has already generated sales around $16.2 billion in 2025, a 5.7% increase over 2024's last estimated of $15.33 billion. To note that 2024's data point is, of course, final, whereas there's still 44 days left in 2025 in order for Steam to actually eclipse the number that they do have with Black Friday sales and stuff like that. We won't be surprised if they hit $17 billion by the time this year is over. Valve takes a substantial cut out of each sale conducted at the store, 30%, until the product reaches $10 million in sales revenue, and that's 25%. Between 10 million and 50, that's 20%, and over 50 million, it's one of the ways that Epic and Microsoft have attempted to compete with Valve Store, which many game developers consider a monopoly, by offering a higher revenue sale than the studios can get on Steam. On those stores, developers only pay a 12% fee and get 88% back of their sale. So I can understand why people are saying that Steam is a monopoly, with developers locked into these contracts and only receiving 33%, while Epic and Microsoft Store takes 12%. And this gives the developer an incentive by giving them 88%. I think Steam and Gabe doesn't have anything to worry about while he's cruising on his yacht. While these guys are playing catch up, Gabe is full steam ahead on the high seas. And that super yacht looks incredible, boy. I told you, that's what these billionaires and millionaires do. They go out and buy yachts. Y'all thought I was playing around. Nah, this is the case, B. If you're heavy into custom controllers and you happen to have the SpongeBob console, which is ultra limited, well, go big with the SpongeBob Movie Limited Edition Xbox controllers. Design yours today at xboxdesignlabs.com. You have the Elite and you have the Standard. You can go in there, you can just go make that happen. Now, if you're into these custom controllers, and these do, after a while, fetch a pretty good price after they're off the market, limited edition controllers are probably like the backbone of what Xbox does. Their controller game is crazy. I myself have the Doom controller, Starfield controller, and numerous other controllers like Gears of War, Call of Duty controllers, and you fall into this rabbit hole where you're purchasing controllers and you're basically outpacing your console habit. You have more controllers than you have consoles, and sometimes you don't even want to use your special controllers based off of the fact that, nah, man, this is the limited edition one. I do have an Astrobot controller that I don't use at all, just because it was a limited edition controller. But again, if you like the SpongeBob controller, go get that SpongeBob controller. It looks kind of dope, man. I ain't gonna lie. I did want the console. Do you have an Xbox ROG or Xbox ROG Ally X? Well, unlock the full power of your Xbox ROG Ally. This system updates unlocks more performance. Xbox ROG Ally and Xbox ROG Ally X and the regular ROG Allies are all getting performance improvements. The update version 2.1.15.0 is bringing new performance systems, rounding up the power that normally is on just the performance SKU. So if you ever see it, it has turbo, it has performance and stuff like that. Well, the turbo is going to get more enhanced. All right, so the latest system update that begins rolling out November 18th and November 19th, so you should already see access to it. If you do not own Xbox ROG Ally X models, don't worry. Xbox ROG Ally, the original ROG Allies, actually get this as well. All right, so they have a full breakdown of the features. They have, all right, so users on Xbox ROG Ally X can expect several new additions, including new CPU, Core P core and E core controls. These settings set under performance, and the more settings and they give you, the device is more flexible, allowing users to squeeze a little bit more battery life and fine tune how the system behaves. The new full screen toggle binding has also been added. This means that users no longer need to rely on touch controls to leave full screen mode, which should make switching in and out of apps much easier. The command center has been updated too, making updated notifications more visible and reducing the need to manually check for updates. The frames per second limiter has also been reworked. It now relies on Radeon Chill instead of a fixed limiter, which should reduce power draw and heat during gameplay. The old 45 per second preset has now been replaced with a 40 frames per second option as well. Windows power mode options are now visible inside the manual operating. Gyro aiming has also been improved for better accuracy. And there's other support stuff as far as the Wi-Fi and captive portals. AMD RSR is now off by default on Xbox ROG Ally systems to avoid the unexpected image scaling. And I had that issue once before. So there's a ton of updates, a whole overall group of updates to it. So if you happen to have the device or you was looking into the device being better, it's a lot more better than when it launched. So again, check out the update. That is version 2.1.15.0. And there you have it. All right, so just check that out. Like myself, I'm just going to boot mine up to see if I got the update. Now, this is a conversation that I've been having with you guys for a long time. And the fact that Phil Dominus Maximus Aurelius Spencer, first of his name, along with the Queen Sarah Bond and the shooter, Matt Booty, have foreseen this long before. But then it takes individuals like Gabe to come out with the Gabe Cube and to further illustrate how the industry is transitioning from traditional consoles to mini PCs or PC hybrids or PCs themselves. The industry is moving that way, and with one of the most anticipated games, dare I say, in video game history with Grand Theft Auto 6, Strauss Zelnick says that he believes that the industry is moving closer and closer to PC gaming, and PC gaming is growing at an exponential rate. Speaking of CNBC News, Take-Two CEO Strauss Zelnick says he sees the industry moving towards PC as things become more open rather than closed. He's not completely writing off consoles, however, says that the experience of sitting in front of the big screen for hours on end may never go away. But given the current landscape, Zelnick's comments ring true. Consoles exclusives are what's somewhat of an endangered species. These days, with Microsoft publishing games on PlayStation and PlayStation publishing games on Microsoft, and both of them publishing games on PC, the world is opening up in different aspects as far as the industry goes. Now, we know that him saying this leads us to that ultimate question. If consoles is on the decline and PCs is on the incline, or the climb, why isn't Grand Theft Auto 6 launching on PC day and date? And they asked him, what would make him jump ship? I guess the ultimate demise of consoles will make that happen. But like he said, he doesn't see that happening anytime soon. And listen, in CEO terms, the foreseeable future is more like 5 years, to be honest with you. Now, personally, if somebody would have told me that this would ever happen, I would tell you when pigs fly, that Unity and Unreal with Epic will ever get together. But I guess pigs are flying, and the king, well, the king is sitting here in amazement. I want you to see and listen to what I find utterly amazing.
Now, the industry response to our open cross-platform commerce solution has been really gratifying, and it sparked some extraordinary conversations. None of them more exciting than the one I had over Twitter with Tim Sweeney. But rather than tell you what we talked about, how about we just bring out Tim to tell us more? Please welcome our newest partner, the founder and CEO of Epic Games, Tim Sweeney.
Let's see. Yeah, you probably didn't expect to see me here. So, at Epic we make this other engine, begins with a U. But we also make the Epic Games Store, which hosts a huge number of awesome Unity games, and we make Epic Online services and Fortnite. Recently we got together with Unity and we realized that we all share a common view of the need to support fair and open digital platforms. And one of the big challenges for developers now is the fragmentation of tools and publishing pathways. And just like the early days of the web, we believe that companies need to work together to build open and interoperable systems, and we're doing this now. So today we're announcing that Unity is going to bring their new in-app purchase SDK to all Unreal Engine developers. So this means that Unreal Engine devs, like Unity developers, will be able to choose Unity's in-app purchase APIs to handle cross-platform purchases, entitlements, pricing logic, and everything else, and to integrate the API once into their app and then have it work everywhere across all platforms and payment services. And this is really valuable now. Mobile platforms are finally opening up to competing stores and competing payment methods. I've heard me opining on this in the past, but it's happening now, and we're grateful for Unity to supporting it. And the ultimate goal is for developers to be able to build games and then deploy them anywhere they want, in mobile app stores, PC stores, on console, and in games that support developer-made content, like Fortnite and other things, which are a big and growing part of gaming. So today we're announcing a really neat collaboration between Unity and Epic that will bring games made with Unity into the Fortnite ecosystem. So Fortnite is a huge game that hit 100 million monthly active users last holiday. And though it began as a little battle royale game that we built, over time it's evolved into an ecosystem where 40% of playtime is going to third-party content built by independent developers like yourselves. And they're earning hundreds of millions of dollars a year from participating in Fortnite. And now it's going to open up to all Unity games, thanks to some really amazing network technology that Unity built that connects other engines into Unity through a networking protocol to make this work. So starting next year, Unity developers will be able to publish games directly into Fortnite to appear in Fortnite's discovery system alongside games built with Unreal Engine, and to participate in the Fortnite economy as it evolves towards an open metaverse economy connecting all users and all engines. So we're really excited about this, and we're grateful for the partnership with Unity and to be able to work together to build an open and fair future for all gamers. Thank you very much, and thanks, Ed.
Thanks, Tim. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Now, what all anybody's ever talking about is the Game Awards at the moment. I want y'all to be focused on the Xbox Partner Preview Program show that's going to show up tomorrow. Now, that thing is going to be something that's going to be absolutely the most incredible, because every game, from what I'm hearing, is supposed to be XPA. That's Xbox Play Anywhere. And Xbox Play Anywhere gives a level of flexibility that is ridiculous when it comes to gaming. We've always dreamt of the time when you could purchase a game and that game have entitlements across many different devices and allows you to take your game and let you play it how you want to play it, right? You don't get one device and you just stuck to that device. No, that device can morph and change into many different things. And your gaming no longer has to be directly in front of the television. So with these philosophies going forward and Microsoft and Xbox fostering this habits into the developers as they're going forward, because listen, Hogwarts Legacy spun the block, came back and added Xbox Play Anywhere the same time that they jumped inside Game Pass. With games like Fortnite getting Play Anywhere, and you can now just go pick that up inside the Windows Store, it seems that Epic is actually opening up their horizons when it comes to Play Anywhere, and having one of the largest games in the world drop inside Game Pass, or not even that, just being part of Game Pass fundamentally from the crew standpoint. Fortnite is going to be pushing numbers, and seeing what they're doing with all this extra stuff that we're definitely going to. Now, I'm not going to lie. I thought I would never see this happen. I thought I would never see Unity and Epic do any business together. I thought that, I mean, you know what? Everything is up. Everything that was once up is down. Everything was down is up now because, again, I never thought that I would see Xbox publish games on PlayStation and PlayStation publish games on Xbox, let alone publish a game on Nintendo, right? But they're both publishing games on PC, and now you got handhelds, and it's just the world of gaming is opening up in different aspects. And I never thought I would see Unity and Epic work in tandem, bringing over their ability to purchase and use those purchases inside the Epic store and using that commerce across many different platforms. Unreal is showing that it's open and flexible enough to bring in a competing. This is a competing. You got to understand it. It's a competing engine where anytime that we go to any one of these conventions, I usually ask, like, what are you using? What did you use to get the visuals on your game? Or what do you feel? And a lot of times it's kind of split. It's either Unreal Engine 5 or it's Unity. And in knowing that it's either or, I really try to get down to the basis of it. And it was usually split. But now knowing that these things are merging together, that we're going to have a future where soon you're going to have Linux and Windows. But I know Linux and Windows is kind of a thing already, but not an open thing, not a thing that we're going to start seeing in the aspect of what Unity and Epic is doing right now with Unreal Engine 5 and Fortnite to be particular. In-app purchases from Unity stuff is incredible when it goes to this. So again, this is showing you that times are changing. Desperate times calls for desperate measures. These companies are starting to do something strange for some change, and no longer would you be like, you stay on your side of the street, I stay on my side of the street. People are breaking party lines, coming across, shaking hands, kissing babies, and being there for one another in these trying times where AI is kind of taking over and consolidation is kind of ruining the industry to a point where right now we're fundamentally fighting for our survival, and you can see it happening with all of these companies. Now, what I can say about the Game Awards is I know you guys are actually worried about the Game Awards and all the stuff that goes on there. And listen, maybe or maybe not. Maybe it's a good thing, maybe it's a bad thing. What I would say is, and being not a person that really doesn't care too much about Game Awards, what I can say is, it's something that is important to be universally recognized and to be heard by sponsors that don't normally look at our medium as something that can generate. With the industry right now grossing the most that is ever grossed, and developers and publishers are being valued the same way big budget studios in the movie industry are being valued, with superheroes, you could say, with these competitive gamers. And these individuals and these companies are starting to get eyes of the world that normally don't look at us. And that just opens up more opportunities for us, right? So what I'm always going to tell you is this. Always get up and do your best. Always try your hardest. It's never too late, and you can always do better. And I'm going to tell you, if you keep that attitude going forward, just making sure that you do the work, you apply yourself, and you give your best effort every day. Not going to tell you that today is the day it's going to change. But if you continue up with the consistency and determination, something is bound to change and something is bound to turn around. If you do it like you love it, it's easy. Now, I know y'all see me do this stuff and it looks kind of easy. It's because I love it. I love talking video games. I definitely love talking positive Xbox news, where there's so many people in the world that's being really upset and aggravated. I'm not that person. Right now, I'm playing Black Myth Wukong, and I'm absolutely loving the game. I finally got past the yellow brow Buddha, which was driving me up the wall, and I made it into the hollows, and I'm having such a great time with the game. I'm going to tell you, it's one of those games that, again, after I max it out, I'm just going to go and make sure that my character is 100%, because I believe that the game is something that needs to be heard. But this is Xbox Frontline News with your boy, the King. Like, follow, and subscribe. Share it out. Hype up the video. And I want you to do what I do, what I try to do every day. I want you to go where gamers game and winners win. And I want you to try to play the Game Pass.
Play it day one with Game Pass.